Hello, baby boy. There we go. Oh, that a sneaky extra one. Sorry about that. Good morning, Kate. Morning, Anne Hall. Sorry, Fifi. Stealing. Good morning, Hansan. How is everyone doing? How we do? Morning, lifelike. Good morning, Hetland. Tired. Rainy weather makes me tired. Yeah, it's quite grey here. I'm so sleepy today. Good morning, Ascenta. Morning, Joe. Sent a pellet. Yeah, I did such a big sleep. I don't know if it's because I'm like catching up from the weekend still or something. But I just felt so knackered last night. Absolutely cream crackered. Morning, Steve. Good morning, Limewood. I am. Morning, Newbie. A little tired here too. I was out till 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. Oh. Fifi is shocked. She cannot believe you would stay out that late. Did you have fun, whatever you were up to? Morning, Zara and John and Rob and Expelliarmus. Friday gym appointment has been moved to next week, so I don't have to waste my time. Yay! Good morning, David. Morning, Steve. Good morning, Ned. Was just watching this weekend's High Rollers. Nice. Morning. Been having poopy mental health the last couple of days, but seeing Gerry and Fifi is helping. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you find something that helps. Good morning, Ginge. It's like I've been doing that. I know I keep banging on about it, but I've been doing that Finch thing, and I think part of it is like, yay, I'm being really productive and I'm finally organising things, but then part of me is like, is that why I'm knackered? Is that why I'm feeling really sleepy? Can I try and get that, Fifi? Thank you, my love. Delta, thank you very much for the 56 months. A wild summer beard. How you doing? How's it going? Does sound quite nice, that Finch app. I mean, it is quite like, it is good. Well, I guess it depends how you, like, what you would want it for. But like, I have a friend who's having a bit of a tough time at the moment, and they got it, and I have, even just little things like we're friends on there, and I can send them hugs every day. I'll just think of them and I'll just be like, send you hugs on Finch, and just stuff like that. Occasionally they just send back like good morning or something, and I'm just like, I just want you to know that you're being thought about. But yeah, I found that it's good for the night before, just like writing down things I want to get done, because I'm really bad for morning, Max. I'm really bad for morning, Sab. Like, the typical thing where you go, oh, I need to get this thing out the cupboard. Oh, the cupboard's squeaking. I'll oil it. I'll go get the oil. The oil is next to this. Oh, I meant to do that. Oh, I should do. And you spend like an hour distracting yourself with doing different things until you finally go, wait, what was I getting out the cupboard? Stuff like that. Whereas I found that I don't get that as much when I've been using my little self-help Tamagotchi. Because it just, there are times that I'll look at my phone out of habit, bad habit, but habit nonetheless. And it'll just tell me like, do this task. And I'm like, I will do it. I will do it. For the little bird. For the little bird tells me to do it. Come on in a Reuben. And then you get, it's basically it turns life into a series of side quests. And that's nice. Gerry, did you not get the last one? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby boy. You'll get that tomorrow, I'm sure. Give you one extra. I was thinking, oh, that one that they accidentally flew towards me. Maybe I should have kept it and sent it to here at the end. Maybe I should just hold two so they can both have one at the same time. Oh, baby boy. He. A little guy. A little guy. It's outrageous, it's unfair. We were talking about this on the Discord. What do centaurs do with their arms when they're galloping? Are they stiff by their side, or do they pump them like humans? Do you know what? Thinking about it, when you see centaurs in films and stuff, they've usually given them like, or like in drawings, they've usually given them spears and that sort of stuff. And maybe that's why. It's because they just didn't know. They were like, if they're holding things, we don't have to think about it. Just give them all props. Give them a shield and a spear. They'll be fine. Come on in, Zarek. I thought I could see it be raining outside, but no, it's just 90% humidity. Oh no. Trying to think, because there's like the Linus as well. But again, usually... Oh no, they don't have... No, they usually are holding a weapon. That would be the way to tell. Load up. Money, Raffy. Load up Breath of the Wild. I was trying not to say Blood on the Clock Tower then. And then if you hit a Linus with lightning, does it disarm them? And then make them run and see what they do with their arms? Because someone must have made a decision about that at some point. Would it disarm them though, or would they be too powerful? Centaurs famously wave their arms like those wavy boys outside American car dealerships. What, the inflatable arm men? It's considered undignified for humans. They don't acutely replicate this out of respect for centaurs. That is fair dues. That's very kind. I mean, I would imagine that. I'm just trying to think what would... I guess, in a way, the Naruto run arms would be the most aerodynamic. I can't see... Like, why do we do that thing with our arms when we run? Why do we swing them? I've never really thought about it before. Yeah, it might look stupid, but I would never tell a centaur that. Good morning, Megalomaniac. It's the most efficient. It's a balance thing. Oh, whereas I guess if you're already a quadruped below, you wouldn't need it for balance. Yeah, I don't know. There's another question for Dr. Simon. We walk and run like a pendulum, and the arms are part of that swing. Ah. We like marbles do and put our arms into our round selves. True. True. Huh. What if we make our arms point forward like at the front of a ship that cuts through water? Maybe we will cut through the air faster. Maybe. Do you have a snuff in there? Is there a little snuff in that, baby boy? I have put nebulized Gerry on my Finch list to make sure that gets done every day. I was tempted to put on bunny medicine because sometimes I do get paranoid, like, did I do it? Or is it, there are just certain things that because you do them every day and you have the muscle memory of doing them, you're like, did I do it? Or can I just imagine doing it because I've done it so many times? So, oh, look at he. I was tempted to put it on hotbox every day now. Yeah, when I went to the vet a couple of weeks ago, they said before doing anything too invasive, just try to hotbox them every day. But the problem has been that it then got so warm that I didn't want to risk putting him in a box with a blanket over it, sort of thing. Whereas now it's cooled down a bit. I've been doing it. Does he like it? No, not really. He doesn't hate it, but he always also last night I nebulized him, and then Alex was like, oh, do you want to watch TV? So I was like, okay. So I let him out of the hot box because he was already out by the time Alex came down. But I let him out, and then we were watching TV, and Gerry just walked over and sat in the carrier and was looking out at me, and I was like, do you want to be nebulized? Like, are you asking me now? Are you saying you want to, or are you just sitting in the box? Because I don't know if he puts two and two together that it's one of those things that because it's something that I think slowly breaks down the snot. I don't think it's like he goes in there and it's not like an all bath where you get in and you're like, oh my gosh, I can breathe the future now. So I don't know if he puts two and two together that it helps him. He is two and he does not put two and two together because he doesn't want to be four. But yeah, I'm hoping that doing it every day, 20 minutes out of his day rather than having a time where he has to be sedated and have a thing shoved up his nose. Hopefully he'll take that compromise. Not that he knows that he's decided that, because I've decided it for him. Good morning, Cal. I had a really horrible dream last night, and I think that's made me feel tired as well. I think I've I think it felt so real that I woke up really grumpy about it, and before I fell back to sleep again, I was really like, that's outrageous. I can't believe you've done this. You keeping one little hand on the ice pod. Do you have a snuff? Actually, do you know what? Touch wood. I've not dreamt about Alex leaving me in a while. Apart from, no, the last time we were separated in a dream, it's because I died. So, mentally I'm doing a lot better. No, it was, what was I going to say? Yeah, I don't think I've dreamt that in a while. Then again, I didn't have dreams for a long time whilst it was very warm. But no, I had a dream that, do you know what it is? Okay, so this is another thing I keep talking about. We've been watching Race Across the World, the third season, where they go across Canada. And I do enjoy Race Across the World. I enjoy, seeing, I don't really like when they go into cities because I'm not really a city person, but I like seeing the landscape of different countries because the world is beautiful and I like seeing that. And the downside to it is, I played comfort zone for my mother, and we got to the part with your anxiety about sensory deprivation, and my mother was like, "Oh boy, oh no, oh no." But yeah, I was watching. We've been watching that, but the problem of it is, obviously, you're going to different places with different cultures, and sometimes you see stuff that's, upsetting. Morning, Drew. And it was just a dream that we were watching. We were watching an episode of Race Across the World, and one guy in particular who I really don't like in this series, he was. So basically, because they have to earn money as they go around, they will stop off at places, and it will just be like, "Good morning, Katie." They might stop in at like a place that does karate, and they clean the floors for them or something. They just do little jobs just to earn money to top up their budget as they go along. And I had a dream that this team that I don't particularly like, they went to this place that basically the job they had to do was to cut off rabbits' tails, and I was just like, that's horrible. And they were like, in the dream they were saying like, oh, this is like a Canadian tradition. And I woke up and I was like, what's wrong? Like, what's wrong with people? Like, what the heck? But it felt so real because I have to, because they, because we've been watching so much Race Across the World, and it felt like, it just, when it's just something so everyday that it feels so horrendous. And yeah. So I just woke up feeling like, I don't think we should watch this show anymore. I can't believe they would show that on the BBC. I can't believe people would do that. Morning, Rob. So yeah. But then after like 10 minutes of being awake, I was like, I think that was a dream. Because I think otherwise Alex would have said something as well about how bad this is. Don't get me wrong, there is some really upsetting things on that show. And like I say, I only carry on watching it because it's like, I do like seeing the world. But it is not for the, I mean, probably 90% of people would watch it and not think anything of it. But if you are an animal lover, it is a bit upsetting. Trying to figure out why bunnies have tails. I mean, again, probably a balance thing. And in the wild, they're white because they supposedly act as like a distraction to birds of prey, having this little like flickering white thing running around. Is meant to confuse birds. But yeah. What show is this? I was saying I had a bad dream about Race Across the World. Race Across the World, Rob. But yes. And that sometimes the show isn't much better. But I guess that is just the nature of the world. Is that sometimes you're gonna, sadly there are things in the world you don't want to see. But generally it is very nice, and it's nice seeing the people grow over that time as well. Google tells me tails are used to help them make quick turns. So Gerry's never really used his. Gerry, you're just scrumpling poor Fifi up. Putting her into a little nest. Stop. Poor Fifi, she's actually cozy for once. And you're doing her a Hemkins crumple. Oh, poor little Fifi. I mean, she doesn't seem that fussed, to be fair. No. I need to look at where the first and second series of Race Across the World take place. Because the three we've been watching are, they've been very good. But it's because they've been off on... I saw a post on Reddit that someone's rabbit will jump on the bed, headbutt his wife until she leaves, and then scrumples her side of the duvet. Aww. Vivi, are you starting to notice how much you're getting jiggled around? I think she thinks that she's going to get cuddles at some point. She'll get kisses to pay for all of this. Oh no, she's joining in. She's trying to fight this crumpling. Gerry. You're being a little rebel child. Fifi was so cozy, and look at her now. Can I pull this one over for you? It's too late. It's too late. She's gone back to her corner. I'm not sure where the first and second series are, where they take place though. How dare you unscrumple his scrumples? Gerry, do you actually like sitting on the scrumpled blankie? I mean, he scrumpled it back again very quickly. Good morning, Mexicals. I mean, I would love to see like one that takes place going across like Scandinavia, but I get the feeling it would just be too expensive. Because even the Canadian one, oh my gosh, they've been like I'm so used to seeing, like the first one was across China and India, and you just get so used to them being like, we got an 8-hour overnight bus and it cost us like £7 each. You're just like, wow. Whereas now they're like, oh, we got a 2-hour bus in Canada and it was £140. You're like, jeez. So they do all like, their money dwindles quite a bit more than we're used to seeing. I saw a couple of episodes. Oh, is there a South American one? But yeah, it's still been good. It just is a lot nicer. Like we've really powered through this season just because the people make it a bit more. I mean, other than the team that I dreamt about that I wasn't particularly keen on, but even they aren't too bad. Whereas the fourth season was a bit of a slog. Just because you're like, oh. UK edition, it's not a race, it's just can you make your money last? Yeah. Trying to get like a trying to do like a UK one. Like nothing would be on time and everything would be too expensive. It's just regular folks, Rob. I mean, it does tend to be like, Kazoo, thank you very much for the follow. It does tend to be like people who you can, in that sort of like cynical TV show way, you can figure out why they've chosen certain people, because there'll always be an episode every series where they go out to some place and they're looking out into the view, and then the sad music starts playing, and they'll be like, do you know what? I just, after the car crash, I never thought I'd see views like this. And you're like, okay, here it goes. This is why, this is what they put on their form to be chosen for this. But there's one which I know, this might be like slight spoilers, but not really. There's one in one of the, like, obviously sometimes it is amazing to see people overcome the adversity that has led to them there. Like there was, one couple where one of them had a heart attack and the other one had had a stroke, and they were like, we just never thought we'd be able to do this, and it's amazing that we can, and stuff like that. But in that same series where they've gone through that like terrible thing, and like, it was really tough for them, one of them, the sad music started playing. And we're like, okay, you're gonna get the terrible story now. The sad music starts playing, and then he's just like, yeah, I just, like when I was 17 and I didn't make the cricket team, I felt like my life was turned upside down. And I was just like, so this guy's sob story is that he's a bit shit at cricket. Like, he's just, how's he ever gonna, he's 21, his life's over. What's he gonna do now? He can't play cricket. And it's become like a thing now where if one of us sighs, like if Alex does a sigh, I'll turn to him and be like, oh, I'm sorry, are you a bit shit at cricket? Because it's the worst thing I can think of. Not being great. But do you know what? The only reason I joke is because he was a very lovely guy, and he's gonna go far whatever he puts his mind to. It just won't be cricket. Or maybe it will. He's 21, for heaven's sake. He's got plenty of time. He can improve at cricket. But yeah. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. But, it's still nice seeing, like, people go out of their, morning Mildreds, people leaving their comfort zones. And, good morning, Carradine. Doing, like, sad music starts playing. Once I went into a sensory deprivation pod and I couldn't relax. So now I wish to travel the world, trying to find to just anywhere that I can relax. I would never relax if I was traveling. But maybe I would come home and it would teach me that I feel relaxed at home. Maybe it'd be like that man who helps that woman by filling her house with farm animals. And after the end of it, she appreciates her space that she had. It's like yesterday. We had to move the table. Jumanji, no, it's I don't know. I don't think it's Aesop's, but it's basically like this woman is complaining like, my house is too small, and the wise guy is like, get a pig. And she's like, what the heck, I got a pig. And now she just makes a mess. And then he's like, get a cow. He's like, I got a cow, but I can't move for the cow now. And he's like, I know what you need, a horse. And it keeps going. And then eventually he turns up and he lets all the animals out. And she's like, oh my gosh, look how big my house is. Like, geez, I never realized how much space I have. And it's about appreciating what you have. But yeah, butchers. What was I saying? Get a third bunny. I don't think it's from the Bible. It was just something we used to get told in school. But then again, that could be the Bible. Think I speak for chat when I say, what on earth are you on about? Fables. Have we fallen so far from a culture of storytelling that people have never heard what a fable is? My goodness. Does no one know who Aesop is? Aesop's Fables? It's a video game, right? No! I know what fable is. Great game. Did people never used to get told stories like that in school? I'm pretty sure it's not one of Aesop's, but surely, like the Frog and the Scorpion, yeah, stuff like that. Is Tortoise and the Hare Aesop's? I'd sort of credit everything to Aesop just because that's the big name. And you used to explain Aesop and some of his fables. Can you wait until 10:55 to start? But yes, Frog and the Scorpion from Star Trek. Yeah, those ones. But it's like the meaning of it is it's really simple. It's basically, a way to make you appreciate what you have by you take it away. And then when you get it back, it's nice. You could feel it's like, if you've ever had like a room like yesterday, as I was saying, because we had to move the table. And I was moving the chairs out from under the table and I was like, bloody hell, these are heavy. And then we had to move the table and I was like, bloody hell, this is heavy. And then I went to move a chair and I was like, these are actually really light. It's stuff like that. It's just the whole point of that fable is just to like make you, it's a change of perspective. It's appreciating what the situation that you already have and having your perspective changed by the extreme opposite. But yeah, butches. Wolf in sheep's clothing is famously a fable that's not Aesop, but he's got many wolf ones. I remember there used to be like a TV show that was Aesop's Fables when I was little, and it was done with like these really creepy looking puppets, but I used to be oddly fascinated by it, even though I wasn't too keen on the puppets. They were a little bit the style of what's that Neverending Story, that I remember them being like a little bit in that sort of style. But yeah, I still like the stories, however changed they are over the years. Whoa, look at that. Yee. Still in your bum, Gerry. You're being very patient about it. The main fable I remember was a squirrel, I think, who carefully stored food for winter, but his neighbour didn't. Did they share with their neighbour when it came down to it? Or did their neighbour die? Was the lesson to store your nuts or to share? It could go either way. I think there were two versions. Oh no. It's like the sacking of the Shire all over again. But yeah. My one is the Fox and the Grapes. I don't know if I know that one. Isn't Aesop another one where people think that it's actually like a collective of writers rather than being one particular person? Or they think it might have been one person and their students or something? I don't think I've ever... I've never read too far into it. But I think it's been mentioned in a few books I've been reading. tea. Gerry's got that good floof today. Good for stealing. Good for theft. I think it's probably true that Aesop is probably the guy who recorded the fables, not necessarily the one who invented them. Ah, that makes sense. So where sour grapes comes from, because the fox can't reach them, so decides they're sour anyway. Oh, yeah. That is ringing a bell. Ease. Oh, Gerry, how long is it going to take for your malt line to smush down? Like how Shakespeare is said to have invented words, but that makes no sense because his audience must have understood them. Yeah. It was probably just like, what's the word? Colloquialisms? That he nailed down into common parlance. You don't talk about a man's receding hairline. It's not a receding hairline. He's all bunny, not a hair. Jeez on ho. You should have known this by now. He's a bunny. It's just a constant wave. Meridian was in my dream last night. Not the original stinky dream, but when I fell back to sleep after having that bad dream. Meridian is from Sweden. I had a dream that Meridian was over. I was like, we get to spend time together. What was he trying to do? He had something. He had like a fancy cup or something that he was trying to show me. But I can't remember what was fancy about it. You snuffing? You doing a snuff? I need to think what I want to do about, because on Wednesday, on tomorrow, we're going to do an extra little Kirby craft stream because the two of them want I don't know, they want to do something. I can't remember. I wasn't listening. But no, there's some things that they want to do that are a bit grindy. So they were like, we'll just do that whilst, and Mumble stream, yes. But, I don't know what I'm going to do. A no fun allowed stream. But hello. I've not really got any jobs that I'm looking to do at the moment, so I don't really know what to do. Do some glorp. I mean, I've sort of done with the glorp. Like, I could do like part of me is tempted to muck around with the trains, and there was a recipe I was looking at that I was like, I actually could sort of automate this, but well, I could have automated it before all my crows disappeared. Now I don't know where they've all gone. They all just disappeared at the same time. But I could do that. Why not play Uma Musume? It makes me too sad. It's not a game for me. Though I know a lot of people who are enjoying it. But I don't think, not one for me. But I'm very against horse racing, and I think the fact it's all named after I was trying to decide. I was like, this could go one of two ways. It could either bring, I mean, not that it's gonna, I can't see there being a huge crossover between like, you know, the sorts of people who go to Ascot and the sorts of people who will play that game, suddenly being like, hang on a minute, let me look into the lives of these horses and then realize my mistake. Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I don't like the casual. I mean, I guess, yeah, there's the gacha side of it, which I've not even thought about. I've just thought of, I don't like the cutesifying of animal suffering, because I'm just like, that, you know, people are just going to go like, oh, that's sad, this happened, okay, and then put it out of their minds forever. And it might make them, you know, be like more cutesified towards horse racing in general, which is bad and stinky and should be banned already. So it's bad for humans and animals. Yeah. I mean, if it had have had a chance to, obviously I've not played the game, so I don't know, but if it had have had a chance to like raise, like be a fun game that also raises the issues, then maybe it would have been better. Like, in a way, I think having it as being the real horses and giving people that chance to be like, oh, this terrible thing happened. Oh, look, terrible things are still happening to this day. Then maybe it would be good to raise awareness in that way. But I don't know if they're... I did see that people have donated a lot to the retired horse, which is nice. But if there was some miraculous push for that game getting popular and then people being like, do you know what? We should all rally together to stop horse racing and race women instead who can consent to doing this. Maybe that would be good. But sadly, I don't know if the game has that much sway. Look at all this. This is such a good prize pile I've got from Gerry's butt in all of this time. Poor Fifi is having to just sleep on the carpet now. Yog racing when? Do you know what? I have pitched so many times the do you know the thing about the toilet paper horse races that you can do? I've pitched that like 4 times as a video idea, and sorry, I was not paying attention to either bunny then. I was just looking at Gerry's tufts. I've pitched that because I think that would be really cool, especially with the current horse thing. So basically, what you do is you lay out toilet paper on a table, a nice flat surface, and then you put like little model horses or whatever, it doesn't have to be horses, on the ends of them, and then you have to like you reel in the toilet paper, and it's whoever gets theirs forward first, because obviously if you pull it too quickly, it can just slide out from underneath them. So yeah, I've said we should do something like that because that would be a fun way to do it. But so far, none of my suggestions have been heeded. Bitches. Good morning, Huey. How's it going? It's just like, it's one of those like really like silly budget party games that you can do. Like the chocolate game. Marble racing was popular for a while. Marble racing is still very popular. It's the peak of sport to this day. That's a point. I was thinking I won't do any marble watching this week But maybe next week we could do a little catch up on like the rodeo and whatever the other one is that comes out on the 23rd. You can tell when I find a tuft of Gerry's floof because the camera just goes slowly like this. Just like my concentration has slipped. Dunk, thank you very much for the 19 months. How you doing? How's it going? Okay, I think that's all of Gerry's bum that I'm going to find today. Tea. Or I could wait even longer. It's a pity that the schedule doesn't match up exactly with my schedule. Yogs Marvel Racing IRL. I also tried to make that happen. I was like, we should do an amateur marble league like Yella's marbles and, you know, do like or we should reach out to Yella and try and do a collaborative one. But again, none of my ideas are heeded. But yeah, it's something I would love to do just for myself. But I started looking at how much marble tracks cost, and oh my gosh, the ones that I would like to get are so spenny. If only someone had their own marble run to do a league. Do you know what I was thinking? I've already got the funnels. I could try and do funnel endurance on the ones that Rob gave me. But yeah, I was talking to Trot about 3D printing it because it saves, well, doesn't save, but it's £200 cheaper if you just get the files. And I was like, oh, I wonder how much it would cost to actually print all of it. Because also it's a company in America. So if I bought the full track, I'd still have to like pay for shipping. And I dread to think how much that would be. But yeah. I was thinking I might just spend a day walking around being cute and see if anything stands out that could be turned into a marble track. Just oh, sorry, Annie, this is entirely separate. So Yella is Dutch, but there's also a racetrack maker in America on Etsy that I've been looking at. But it's not an official like Marble League one or anything. It's just someone who makes it for a hobby. And they make little like marble observation stands and stuff, which are really cute, and little bridges that they can be standing on. It's all really lovely, but very expensive and very in America, which two main problems. Look at this ball of floof. I've made a whole separate bunny. Can have a little baby. Here you go. How much does it weigh? Well, the files that you get are like they come with like the support stands and everything. It's got like everything in it that you would need to make it. Oh, it just looks so good. But I guess that would just be one of the things. You'd have to come up with like, what's the minimum that you would have for a league? I guess like 4, like the showdown. Have like, if you could have 4 events, that would still be a good event, right? What I was trying to figure out is, you know, the like wobbly track catch basin one. I was trying to figure out if you could, like, what could you get that would be wobbly like that? Like, what is something that would naturally be wavy that you could oh, sorry, by supports I meant the supports 3D printing needs to add during... Oh, I see. But aren't there some filaments that if you use that stuff, you can just put them back in and that you can like melt them back down to be used for other things? But yeah, I guess the thing to do would be to go back and watch old marble leagues back when it was the Marble Olympics and see what they used at first, because obviously like now it's been now they've got a bit of a budget and a Patreon and they can afford the Gravitrax things and stuff like that. But I guess if you go back and watch the early ones, it might be a bit more DIY. Things that just everyday around the house type things, my humps. But it would be so good to do. Oh, it's one of those things that I'm like, I cannot justify the cost of it. The cost and the work for what would turn out to be like, it would take months and it would boil down into like a 4 10-minute videos. But it would be so satisfying. I even find like when I'm watching it now, I'm thinking like, oh, if I was going to do this, how many cameras would I need on this? Like, how many cameras would this setup take and stuff? But I do love it. Because I guess the thing is, even if you did get the fancy setups, if you were doing what's meant to be like not a rival league, but like an amateur league for like, the Dad's Army of Marble League, that's all the marbles who they still have full-time jobs, they're not pro athletes. Like, it couldn't be all the best stuff. It would have to look a little bit taped together. So maybe it is better if it is just cheaper things rather than the proper tracks. The other thing is, I think a lot of it takes up a lot of space. So I'd have to actually find somewhere to put things. Which, yeah. Oh, okay. I found another good tuft for a little bit there. Gerry is so patient today. The bunnies are so cuddly today. I say cuddly, I mean they're just so snoozy. I didn't actually get their treat ready, so I will leave Gerry. Oh, I found another one. I'll leave Gerry in charge, and I'll go get their. Oh, look at this! Look at all that. That's so good. I'll go get something ready. Whoa! I found another one. Oh, it's so good, Gerry. At some point I need you to face the other way so I can get the other side. Two of these like underlayer bits. Okay. Right. Boop-a-doo. Where can I put this so it'll be vaguely safe? Not there. That's trying to fall over already. Okay. I will be back in a little bit. I don't really have much in the fridge, I realised today. I need to go to the shops. So it might just be... What do I actually have? It might just be 1 or 2 things rather than a full treat. But I shall see what we've got. Right. BRB. You're in charge, Jabba. Or you, Fifi. Whoever wants to. Hello, Vivi. Hello. Oh. Oh dear. Right, bunnies, if you come over there so that you're not on the new carpet. Gerry is behind you. Gerry. Gerry. Give you this. Oh, you're not hungry today? If I get any greens on the new carpet, I'll be in trouble. Okay. Wait, you have like a perfect little water drop in your mane. There we go. You just want the rocket? No, he just want to chin. What about Peppa? Are you in a Peppa mood? There we go. No, I think the mint is too overpowering for him. He just has days where he goes off of mint. Put all my stolen floof up on the chair. Aww. You're not a hungry boy today. Mint can be good for their tummies, but it can also be bad for their tummies if they have too much. So you've got to... It's not something that can be given in excess. But, he just wants to fight blankets. That's all he wants to do today. Fifi, it's all yours. Maybe the mint, maybe it's not. It is a different type of mint, so maybe they're not impressed by it today. Right, do you want to take that one? Okay. No, do you want that? There we go. Okay, I'll take the rest of this away. I'll give it to you later, or maybe you'll both be in more of a mint mood. There you go. I know, Fifi, I know. Can I get that tuft? Oh, Fifi. Gerry? What are you up to? He's just in a fighting mood today. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He just wants to be fighting blankets. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off. And, go and have some breakfast myself because I'm hungry. He is angry. He's woken up in an angry mood. But it is shopping day today, so you can get some fresh things. As they did not seem impressed by that mint at all. Well, everyone, I won't be back until... Oh, should we go to Sahana? I won't be back until 5 today, as 'tis Tuesday. So it'll be Planet Crafter at 5, so I'm going to try and get some other stuff done in that time before. But yeah, I hope you will have very lovely days, and I shall speak to you all soon. I'll see some of you later, hopefully. Until then, oh, it's a toffee to say bye-bye. Until then, bye-bye for now, everyone. Bye-bye. You fighting that now? On to the next thing. Bye-bye. Boop. Boop.